Welcome, viewers, to another episode of Let's Play Sacred 2 for the Diablo 2 LOD mod. I don't know if I've shown the versatility of the camera with this control that I have. The only problem is obviously it'll clip through the ground, which I assume is why they did not include that level of camera control originally, but it's sort of it doesn't make a lot of sense in a way because they put all these resources into making the game so detailed, at least in some areas. Not so much in other areas, which, if anybody's played Sacred 2, should know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm talking about wastelands, the desert, those sorts of areas. The swamp is borderline, because there's some cool stuff in the swamp, but after that, forget it. There's not the jungle is paper thin. It's cool. It's a cool zone that I like, and there's some cool details, but, I mean, it is like, it's really confined. It tries to seem big, but, like, you cannot go off the rails in the jungle. There's one special area that you need to be on the PC so you can exploit a glitch to get into, and I guess there's a really strong enemy there, but I haven't been able to do it. And I won't be able to do it here because I don't have any kind of leap or anything. Oh man, freaking undead, dude. I am not set up to fight undead. But, I got some strong attacks at least. My intelligence is very high. If I ever get magic staff skill, then, with the Ice and Blood expansion, when you have magic staff skill, you can shoot with your staff, but, it's not like a normal ranged weapon where it will only do ranged attacks. So when you're up close, it'll do melee, which kind of sucks because, you know, the chances are your melee animation is like super long and shit. Oh god damn, these things are just beating the crap out of me. God dang it, freaking undead, dude. And then watch him like not die. No, that'll wait for the swamps. This would be a lot easier with my minion, but oh well. My minion. I got up early today, not in the least because it was God, the lag I am getting. Oh god. It's daylight savings time, so oh god, you gotta watch out for these things, man. Always take first priority. Hey, stuff like this though does make it cooler. Like, you know what I mean? And to some extent, I would say that the original Sacred lacked challenge. A lot of mobs weren't really very demanding, right? The original Sacred too. The biggest thing is like the enemies just aren't really intelligent or anything. Not very smart, Mr. Enemy. Why you gotta hurt my feelings on top of kicking my butt? I don't understand that. Wait, did I go backwards? I did. I know I went backwards. Screw this, I'm out of here. I'll fight all this crap. Doing an LP over here. I freaking went backwards. You gotta use this button over here. Bring up that map. Since you got it on the PC version. God, I need some kind of healing spell, regen. I think some of these spells that I have can be modded for lifesteal. Let's see. This one? I don't think so. God, stop it. Oh, you jerks. God, you can't ever do menu stuff in this freaking game. Like, you know, you got so many abilities that have mob points and stuff, and you just want to, like, stop and look like, wait, I want to compare some stuff and think about some stuff. Okay. So, charge strike, life leech damage. Oh, this could be good. I need to add that into my rotation, don't I? Okay. And I've never even been using slow missiles. Maybe I'll put it in place of lightning bolt. We'll give it a try, but and I have to mod it. I need to get more points, so maybe stop worrying about concentration so much and get myself some kind of treat this character like a hybrid of the two classes. It's always harder to do that. I was doing that with my Dryad in Classic, and it was she was leveling much slower. She had one of those characters with like almost perfect defense, like cannot be killed except unless by an enemy that does fire. Otherwise, I mean, you can get a nature weaving dryad to the point where like they regenerate their entire health every second. So the only way to kill them is to jib them. It's like practically impossible otherwise to even kill them. Come on. This is garbage over here. Wow, this is bad. This is like a named mob too. They added way more named mobs and stuff, which is kind of cool. Like I said, it comes back to that little extra element of challenge that they put in here versus, you know, classic Sacred 2. But you know, upside downside. There's some really tough mobs up in this piece now. So, all right, let's see here. Going for mod points. Yay, I got a mod point. Freaking heck, man. So, you don't say. Chance to reflect close combat attacks. Magic damage over time. I think we'll go with the close combat reflect. That'll give us a little extra defense here. And you can't hate that. I need some defense for sure. Oh, goodness gracious, man. So how much do I have now? Let's see, it should be under here. 22.6. Well, it's not helping me there. Jeez. Alright. Okay, moving along. Wow, did I just put on something that made me glow? It would be cool if it wasn't for the fact that it's bouncing off the terrain horribly. It's causing insane amounts of clipping and shit. Doesn't really look that cool on the slope, does it? Yeah, this game, you know, could have used some polish. That would have been cool. But what are you gonna do? Right? I need like a ton more regen, honestly. Like a ton more regen. That way I can... Maybe I've just put too many points into my buffs. Trying to build this character like a melee character or something. I've been trying to get some lore in my magic skill so that way I can do more damage, you know? Right now I don't do that much damage. Unfortunately, as opposed to melee, which only has one type of lore, even if you use 2 melee trees, this you know, each magic skill has to be developed independently, which makes it hard to do a true magical hybrid. Usually you have to favor one side more heavily than the other and just use the other one for like buffs or something like that. Jeez, I think I'm still doing most of my damage with melee. Because of that intelligence boost and the fact that I'm using a wand. My melee hits are like really hard right now. Later on, I mean, well, we did an ice elf, an ice high elf LP before, so you've seen how, you know, you may have some defense early on because the mobs aren't that hard, but later on, like, I won't be able to stand up to anything. If I'm trying to go toe to toe with stuff at that point, I'll be in trouble. I'll be in Bonnie rubble. All I want to do... I could have woken up earlier, and I did wake up temporarily, but I just wanted to do other stuff, so I don't know. Oh, okay, so I'd have a lot more regen if I threw that on, just less armor. I guess that's the way to go, because I need to build up some of these abilities. That'll give me a ton of regen right there. Probably take a couple seconds off of some of my stuff. Oh, anyway, I don't need to do inventory management on screen, do I? Oh. Why am I building this Oh, I see what's going on. See, I've like built this character as if she was a melee character. That's how I geared it and stuff, you know? Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Alright. What is that accent? What are you doing? I actually work with at least one person who has, I think, an English accent. So when I'm doing that fake English accent, I'm like always thinking, oh man, they're gonna come around the corner and be like, what the hell is that? Oh, you call that an English accent? I blame Hollywood. Not my fault. It's freaking Hollywood, man. That's where I get all my information from. I've known a couple Australians and stuff, but I don't know if I've ever known an English person. An Englishman. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Do you? Do you understand why I find that slightly disturbing? Yeah, well. So there you go. In my last LP of this game, we did the light quest, the light side, where you have to go underneath that thing, and here you just go straight through, right through the gates. Hey, it's good to be bad, let me tell you. He's got his perquisites. This whole act is way, like, more smooth. Like a baby's legs, y'all know. Whoa. That was interesting. I did my little thing, and it was like a thing. This stuff will get better eventually. I should probably get lore for the other tree, because I can use those nature spells or whatever they are somewhat. I don't know, man. I don't know if I will or not. I'll think about it. But I need to do damage primarily with one, and I don't think those ground spike things are going to be that great against the boss, because the damage is divided up. You really need something high damage against the boss. You know? Oh, it's an alpha wolf. Okay, if you say so. Man, I am just... It's brutal what I'm doing to these guys with this wand. That's that damage boost from, you know? Works out good here. Won't be so good later. Just gotta get my regen down, man. Dang, dude. That is all melee. I'm just whooping the heck out of him. Harry Potter style. Yeah, no. Larry Carter. Who's Larry Carter? Well, he's not Harry Potter, let me tell you. Alright, I gotta meet this Harry Carter sometime. This Larry Carter. Inagata Davida, baby. Oh, man. That's sort of awkward when you leave a voice message for some, like, so what, and then, like, you almost say I love you at the end, and you're like, that would have been weird. I don't know. Yeah. I think, especially when it's the guy at Verizon. Like, so I paid my $350. Could I get my internet back? Bye. I love you. I love you, Verizon guy.
I love you, Verizon guy. You give me internet. Let me surf porn. You're the biggest.
You're the greatest. Oh, man. I don't know. I've been, yeah. What can I say? Hey, this girl that I like, she's, like, really hot, and she's nice, and all this other stuff, so I don't know. Hey, whatever. Hey. I'm pretty tired of hearing about it already. Jesus. Talk about something else. For once. A little mopey-eyed guy. Oh. You guys don't understand, man. I'm like on the longest schneid. That's not about sex, but it is at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not a horn dog, but yeah. At the same time, my life has basically been a series of incredibly long nights of not having sex. But I guess that's only because I can do that. I guess most guys, I don't know. What can be said that is true? Much can be said that is not true. And there is more that is not true than there is that is true. So pretty much, we are just about at this one junction. Oh boy, this is going to be rough. These mobs are all very strong. Hold on. One thing I lack is any kind of rooting or slowing ability. I really wish I had like an aura or something that slowed mobs. I think I might be able to mod slow missiles to do something for me, but I don't know. Alright. What the upside is, I got some fairly good AoE type stuff here that can be developed later, so I might want to put points into... I just don't know. One thing is, I don't need lore as much because the buff that I have that boosts my intelligence gives me a lot of extra damage. But in combination with lore, for my primary School of Magic should be pretty helpful. One thing I'm not liking is I'm not getting as much support value as I'd like out of my secondary School of Magic. Usually, I mean, if you're not going to pour lore points into those, you'd like to have, you know, mod points that are give debuffs or buffs or something. I've been playing my Paladin, and one thing, well, I've been playing Paladin in this mod with a character. One thing that kind of bothers me is that there's not enough, there's no offensive boost or defensive boost. So by comparison, it's a little bit of an unfair comparison because the Shadow Warrior is like the best character in any of these games ever and has an embarrassment of riches, but I mean that character has offensive and defensive buffs, but also has ways to like temporarily boost their damage, which helps a lot on bosses and stuff, you know, when you just gotta break through a tough fight or whatever. It's nice to have something like that. So I'm trying to get to the city. I'm also trying to focus here because I hear in the background that my brother's up and I don't know what he's doing and stuff. So, you know, you're always trying to avoid both interruptions and also being inconsiderate while recording. You know, I don't like to impose upon people that they have to be quiet or anything, but that's why I have been tending to try to get up early to do this stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to save here, and I'm going to go ahead and say this is Bezlonir signing out of another episode of Let's Play Sacred 2 with the Diablo 2 mod. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time, viewers. Until then, toodaloo.